Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of state quarters, and not just any quarters, but the top 5 most valuable and rare state quarter dollars ever released. Could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about that shiny coin you found in your change. This video will reveal the hidden gems that could make you rich. So grab your coin jar and let's uncover the treasures hiding in plain sight. The most shocking and valuable state quarter errors to ever surface in U.S. coinage history. The 1999 Connecticut state quarter dollar with rare minting errors that have stunned collectors and shattered auction records. From minting mishaps to high-profile coin show discoveries. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched one of its most ambitious coinage programs ever, the 50 State Quarters program. It was a nationwide sensation, designed to release 5 new quarters each year, one for every U.S. state. Connecticut was the 5th coin released, representing the final quarter of the program's inaugural year. Off-center strikes. $15,000 to $17,000, double strikes and multiple strikes. $23,000 to $25,000, wrong planchette errors. $120,000 to $170,000. Broad strike errors, without rims, $5,000 to $10,000. The value of auction sales price. Let's talk numbers and prepare to be amazed. Low-grade off-center examples may bring in $500 to $1,500. Double struck or multiple strike errors can earn between $3,000 and $20,000, based on how dramatic the error is and whether the coin is certified. Wrong planchette or transitional metal errors. This is the holy grail. If you find a 1999 Connecticut quarter that's underweight, off-color, or sounds different when dropped, get it authenticated immediately. Certified examples have fetched $80,000, $120,000, and some dealers believe a near-perfect MS68 or higher example could go for $170,000 or more. Even broad strikes and clipped plankets are pulling to $1,000 to $6,000. How to identify a 1999 Connecticut state quarter dollar? So, how do you know if you struck gold, silver, or clad? Weight check. Use a precision scale. A typical quarter weighs 5.67 grams. Deviations might mean the coin is on the wrong planchette. Color and sound. Does the coin look too silvery or unusually dull? When dropped, does it sound off? That's a red flag in a good way. Design alignment. If the design seems too far left, cut off, or uneven, it might be off-center or broad-struck. Mint mark and date. The rarest errors are from Philadelphia P. Ensure both. We're diving deep into the story behind the rarest 2000D error Massachusetts state quarter dollar, a coin so elusive, most collectors have never even seen one in person. That rare coin could be sitting in your own pocket change right now. The Massachusetts state quarter was the 6th release in the famous 50 state quarters program, launched by the United States Mint in 1999. Massachusetts was honored with its quarter in 2000, and the design showcases the Minuteman statue, a patriotic symbol of the American Revolution. Double struck error, $1,000 to $5,000 plus. Off-center strikes, $500 to $3,000 plus. Clipped planchette errors, $250 to $1,000 plus. Struck on the wrong planchette, to $1,000 to $10,000 plus. How to identify a 2000D Massachusetts state quarter dollar. Here's the part you've been waiting for. How to spot this mega rare error coin. If you think you might have one, use these steps to check. Step-by-step identification. Obverse front, check. Look for the 2000D Massachusetts design featuring the Minuteman statue, state outline, and the Bay State motto. Reverse back check. Instead of the Massachusetts quarter reverse, look for the Flying Eagle reverse of the Sacagawea dollar. Weight test. Quarters weigh 5.67 grams, while Sacagawea dollars weigh 8.1 grams. Auction records and market value. The first confirmed mule of this type was discovered in 2000 by collector Frank Wallace in Arkansas. Since then, only a handful of examples have ever been authenticated. Notable auction sales. 2001, one of the earliest found examples, sold privately for $50,000. 2007, a certified high-grade specimen, sold for $115,000. 2019 another example reportedly changed hands for nearly $200,000, according to insider reports. Many examples are held tightly in private collections, and the demand far outweighs the supply that drives up the value year after year. With only a few known to exist, each verified example has become a holy grail for modern coin collectors. The 2001 New York State Quarter dollar is one of the rarest and most valuable modern U.S. coins ever discovered. We're diving deep into a coin so elusive, so mysterious, that when it shows up at auction, collectors are ready to throw down six figures. We explore the rarest versions of the 2001 New York Quarter. Let's rewind a bit. The U.S. Mint launched the 50 State Quarters program in 1999. It was designed to honor each state in the order they joined the Union, and it became one of the most ambitious and successful coin programs in U.S. history. Double strikes and off-center errors, $75,000 to $150,000. Wrong planchette errors, $200,000 to $250,000. Clad layer missing or inverted, $30,000 to $50,000. Famous auction sales. Let's talk numbers, because some of these quarters have made headlines in the auction world. A rare 2001 New York Quarter double-struck off-center, certified by PCGS, sold for $78,000 in 2019. Another error, struck on a foreign planchette with an odd weight and distinct coloration, fetched $125,000 at a private auction in 2021. And the crown jewel, a spectacular 2001 quarter struck on a golden Sacagawea planchette in MS67 condition. Authenticated by NGC, sold for $247,500 in a private sale that rocked the numismatic community. These numbers aren't myths. They're public record, and they prove that even modern coins can command vintage-level prices. How to identify a rare 2001 New York State Quarter? Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these treasure coins? Here's what to look for. Step-by-step identification guide. Check the mint mark. Make sure your coin has a P mint mark, Philadelphia. This is found on the obverse, right under "In God We Trust." Look for visual oddities. Is the design off-center, doubled, misaligned? Are parts of the coin blank or blurred? Examine color and weight. Is the coin golden? Is it heavier or lighter than normal? Regular quarters weigh 5.67 grams, so use a precision scale. Inspect the edges. A missing clad layer will cause the edge to appear copper red. A wrong planchette may have a smooth edge instead of reeded. That's right, the 2002 Ohio State Quarter dollar, part of the popular 50 State Quarters program, holds a secret. A rare error, nearly impossible to detect by the untrained eye, has turned this humble quarter into a six-figure jackpot. We talk big money. Let's rewind a little and explore how the 2002 Ohio State Quarter came to be. The 50 State Quarters program was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999 and ran until 2008. It was one of the most successful and widely collected coin programs in U.S. history. Each quarter represented one of the 50 states, released in the order they ratified the Constitution or were admitted to the Union. How to identify a rare 2002 Ohio State Quarter dollar? Now that you know what to look for, how can you tell if your 2002 Ohio Quarter is worth a fortune? Here are some telltale signs. Look for visual anomalies. Is the design off-center? Do you see doubling on the lettering or images? Does the coin look stretched, distorted, or missing elements? These can all signal rare strike errors. Check the weight. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If your coin is significantly lighter or heavier, it may have been struck on the wrong planchette. Use a digital scale with 0.01 grams accuracy for best results. Edge inspection. A regular quarter has a reeded edge. If your coin has a smooth edge or a mix of both, it could be an error. Magnetic test. Auction results and market demand. Let's take a look at some real-life sales. PCGS MS68200 Ohio Quarter Double Strike. Sold at Heritage Auctions for $247,000 in 2022 off-metal strike on $1 planchette. Speculative value. Rumored private offer near $300,000. Die cap plus brockage, only known specimen. Valued around $100,000 to $120,000 by collectors. Auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stacksbowers, and Great Collections have all seen competitive bidding for these high-grade or error Ohio quarters. The numismatic market for error coins is red hot right now, especially among younger collectors and investors chasing rare finds. We're talking about a seemingly ordinary 2006 North Dakota State quarter dollar that has turned into one of the most valuable error coins ever discovered. Forget Bitcoin, forget gold, this tiny piece of metal could literally make you a millionaire overnight if you know what to look for. The 50 State Quarters program, launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999, was one of the most successful coin programs in American history. It ran until 2008, with each year featuring 5 unique designs, celebrating each state in the order they joined the Union. The quarters were wildly popular. In fact, over 147 million Americans, nearly half the population at the time, participated in collecting them. But not all quarters were created equal. Real auction sales price, the first known example of this ultra-rare 2006 error quarter, surfaced in a private auction in early 2023, where it sold for an eye-watering $185,000. Since then, only a few others have surfaced, including a near-perfect MS-67 example graded by PCGS fetched $150,000 at a Heritage Auctions event. A specimen-level strike with double die and off-metal error shocked the industry when it reached $398,000 in a 2020 for elite private auction. Why so valuable rarity? Only a handful are confirmed to exist. Dramatic error easily visible to the naked eye. Demand collectors are in a frenzy to secure state quarter rarities. Condition MS-65 and higher grades exponentially increase the price. Experts believe that if another high-grade specimen appears, especially one with both double die plus planchette error, it could break the $400,000 mark or even push toward $500,000 in a bidding war. How to identify a 2006 North Dakota State quarter dollar? Here's where things get really exciting. You might have one of these in your house right now. Look for these key traits: strong doubling. Focus on the bison's horn, legs, and outline of the hills behind them. Date and text doubling. Check 2006 and E pluribus unum for any ghosting, shadows, or mirror-like doubling. Wrong metal look. If the coin seems slightly off in color or weight, it might be a planchette error. Weird edges. Check for partial color strikes or off-center images. Mint mark. The rarest errors are from the Philadelphia Mint. Look for the P under "In God We Trust." Pro tip: use a 10x magnifying glass and good lighting. If anything looks suspicious, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. A certification can turn a $10 oddity into a $400,000 treasure.